Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is a place where we focus on creating lifelong love and especially encouraging you in your 25 plus years of marriage to keep on going and to be happy about it and to turn things around if needed and to keep on the path if things are going well. Welcome to the place where we care about marriage and strong relationships. Very important for the foundation of a healthy society. Today I want to talk about a book called The 4 Agreements. I know I've talked about it before, and I want to delve into what the 4 Agreements are by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a very short book. It's just got some just basic wisdom. And when I read it many years ago, I've sort of decided on some different priorities in my life. The 4 Agreements are: be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. The third one is don't make assumptions. And the fourth one is do your best. And now this is not only important in marriage, it's important in life, in our friendships, and just in how we operate, of how we can improve upon ourselves. And when we improve upon ourselves, we improve upon our relationships. We set boundaries, we are more productive, we interact and attract different kinds of people. For example, when I started valuing be impeccable with your word, I started having higher standards of my acquaintances and friends. And when I find out that someone's words are kind of empty, or hey, let's get together, and they don't follow through, I really can't take the time and energy for that. I'm very busy, and I just have to be able to trust someone's word and follow through. Of course, that's important in a marriage because you want honesty, you want trust, you want to be impeccable with your word. You're not going to have a good time of a marriage if there's a lot of little lying going on, a little deceptions, false promises, and things like that. I wanted to talk about this today because I've talked about this topic before in other videos or maybe even in a podcast a couple years ago. I wanted to talk about it because I seem to be coming across some people who are suffering and they're really having a hard time with taking things personally. So I think I want to focus on that one. We'll save that one for last. So the first one is be impeccable with your word. And I'll just share a few little quotes from the book. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. And as you can see, that's truth and love for yourself and for others. If you feel negative about yourself, don't verbalize it. Try to work through it, because when you start making those words, you hear them over and over, you begin to believe them, and when you begin to believe them, you act that way. So, like I said in another video, you need to edit yourself. You need to be concerned with what words are coming out of your mouth. Speaking excessively, speaking extra, speaking round and round in circles. Try to get to the point. For example, when we want to talk to our spouse, hey, what are you thinking? What's on your mind? Well, what is it that you really want? Do you really want to know what they're thinking or what's on their mind? Or is it that you just want to make a connection with him or her? You want to make a connection and you want to just get them to open up and start talking. And that can be sometimes a vague and difficult question for the spouse who is more introverted or doesn't like to respond to that question. So say what you mean. You can say, oh, hey, honey, you've been doing your own thing and I've been doing my own thing. So I would like to sit down and have a conversation with you. And, oh, about what? I don't know. I just want to spend time with you. And maybe that's what you want to do rather than asking a roundabout question. So saying what you mean is good, and speaking with integrity, very important. Honesty, integrity. Words can be empty when they're just flattering someone or polite or fluffy. The third one of the 4 agreements is don't make assumptions. Quote, find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. One of the things that I know that I need to do is sometimes I have a lot on my mind, and I'll send an email or a text, or I'll make a communication to a friend, and I ask 3 things in one note, and it can be overwhelming. So maybe just stick to one topic, get a conversation about that topic, let it go, and then bring up another topic. Because most of the time, as you know, if you've thrown 3, 4, 5 questions at somebody, they will just pick the one they want to answer, and they answer one, and then the communication's done on their end. And then you get frustrated. Well, maybe it's your fault for asking so much in the first place. Stick to what you mean and don't make assumptions. Get clarity. Even if you repeat yourself, just making assumptions is really difficult, can make your life difficult. The 4th agreement, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I also believe that doing your best is considerate for your partner. You do your best to be on time when your partner wants to go somewhere with you. You do your best to clean up the kitchen after dinner. You do your best to help in the ways that are needed. And you just do your best and not be lazy. And, there's 2 of you living together. And if one is always carrying their weight, then resentment can build. And so you've got to get better sleep, better nutrition, sunshine, exercise, whatever you need to do to be restful, so that when you need energy, you need to put energy into your marriage. You want, energy in equals energy out equals good solution. So you have to be moving in the right direction and always doing your best. Just do your best when you can. Of course, when you're depressed or under stress or ill, your best is going to be something different. And I think we all understand that. And the second one I wanted to take a little time to talk about is don't take anything personally. It's easy for us to take things personally. This is why it's important to know the love maps and to know what's going on inside your partner's mind. Not being a mind reader, but understand what feelings and what's going on. What is the work life like for your spouse? What is their friend life? What is their participation in organizations or volunteering or whatever you do in the community service? What types of issues is your spouse dealing with? And then you can understand, because if a guy or the wife has a bad boss and you've been dealing with this for 5, 6, 7 years, this can cause health problems, can cause anger, this can cause upset, angst, and the spouse comes home and just is not happy at home. That doesn't mean he or she is not happy with you. It means that their life outside the home is causing them difficulty, and so maybe they might be critical of you. Maybe they might say bad things to you. So be careful in not taking it personally. That also comes into having an awareness about yourself and admitting what is valid and what is not really valid, but it's just something going on with your spouse. Let's say you're looking for a new job and you're denied, and they don't even call you for an interview. Don't take it personally. For whatever reason, all the places you've applied to are just not interested in you for whatever. And so hopefully you will have a better opportunity somewhere else. But we can easily take things personally. Then we create a story. Then we define ourselves. And then we live that out. We give up. We get hopeless. So that's what can happen when you take things too personally. And who says that someone else's opinion of you and the words they say are accurate? It's just their opinion. And I've known many people to take things personally and have a long, hard road to recover from it. So what Don Miguel Ruiz has to say about don't take anything personally is nothing others do is because of you, right? Nothing others do is because of you, it's really because of them. And that's what I was talking about. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. And this is especially true if you are in the minority of ideas or opinions. Maybe you follow a different religion, maybe you have different opinions politically or health-wise, and don't let other people's opinion really get you down and penetrate you. Sometimes we can remind ourselves to kind of have like a bubble around ourselves, and if someone is like shooting these little pellets at us, boom, maybe it bounces off and just goes back to them or goes on the floor. And so you create this little strength around yourself so as to not take it personally, because if you take things personally, you will really you'll really do a job on yourself, and you do a job on yourself, you will it will spill out into your relationships. So just want to suggest taking a look at this book, The 4 Agreements. It can help your marriage, but it really can help you, and it can help you in relating with other people. I hope you have a great day and make your marriage great.